one of the biggest mistakes I ever made from being a Christian was literally the way I think about the devil, right? Meaning, whenever, all right, so I know the devil's going to attack me, right? But the devil wouldn't hit below this belt. This is what I meant. When y'all watch this video, this is like, I don't know. Check this out. You wouldn't believe it unless you've seen it for yourself. Watch this.
The city of Denver, Colorado, announcing it will pay some homeless people up to $1,000 a month over the next year using funds from the American Rescue Plan. That was passed back in March of 2021. Here to talk about it, Denver radio host Ross Kaminsky. Ross, good morning to you and welcome back to our program. How's this going to work, first of all? Explain this.
Well, good morning. Thanks for having me. So the Denver City Council, like I said, has allocated a couple $1 million from COVID money. They're going to create 3 groups. It's actually part of a larger program, and Denver is kicking in another $2 million. One group, like you said, going to get $1,000 a month. Another group is going to get, I think it's $6,500 up front, and then $500 a month. And then another group, their control group, is going to get $50 a month. The interesting part of this that I think maybe we can talk about more is that the Denver City Council is saying they only want their money to go to women and transgender and gender non-conforming homeless people, no men.
Okay, well, that's what the City Council wants. Will the City Council get its wish? Or is the
Yes,
mayor...
they will for their part. They will.
Okay, so right now you have 2,100 female homeless, 3,400 male. And I've got 7 gender non-conforming and 6 trans men. I don't even know how they got. I don't know how they got these numbers, Ross.
I don't know either. Nationally, though, similar to the data you just showed, women are about 29% of homeless. Transgender, gender non-conforming, about 1%. And I find it kind of frustrating, separate from the moral hazard part of this, that they're going to leave out 70% of the population. And I just mean that not from an equity perspective, but just from data collection. You want to see if this kind of program is going to work. And it's entirely possible that men would respond to a program like this differently from women. And yet you're going to cut them out, even though they're 70%.
So you heard it, right? You heard it. So they allocated money from COVID to Denver, Colorado, and it's targeting transgender and female, right? So now you have to see, now you know it's clear as day, this is definitely an agenda. They attack kids, they attack everybody. They literally push their belief on you. Like, I hear people all the time saying that us Christians like to push our belief on people. We just talk about God. They're literally pushing this on you in every facet of life. Now look, purely satanic. Now I want you to put yourself in the mentality, right, of a homeless person, right? You trying to make it out here. You literally desperate at this point. You would do whatever just to get food. You know what I'm saying? The government is issuing $1,000 to women and to transgender people, not to straight men, transgender guys that's trying to turn to women. So look, I'm a straight dude, okay? And let's say I'm homeless. What are you gonna do? You're literally pushing this person to try to identify as transgender so he can receive money. And you can't tell me that the average homeless person wouldn't do that. This is what I'm talking about. This is deceit. This is a attack on the male. Why? Because God created males to be a certain kind of way. God created male, God created female. The devil wants to invert that. The devil wants to make a male a female, and it's like a slap in God's face. And this is the stuff I'm talking about. This is the stuff that's hidden in plain sight. It's no excuse for this. Like, it's right here, evident, right in front of your face. If you see the evil is in the world, then you cannot, even if you don't believe in God, right? And if you see so much evil being pushed, you have to think to yourself, if all of this evil is being pushed, it must be good out here. So where is the source of this good? Because we know the source of this evil is the devil. So this source of this good must be God. So look, and then check this out. Look at this video, right? This video, this is literally stuff that's pushed out in the library at school so that kids can read, right? Watch this.
Hi, my name's Knox Zajac. I'm 11 years old and I go to Wyndham Middle School. I'm a 6th grader. I was in the library and this book was on a stand. I'd like to read you a page. My back over my hips as I ask if we should take our clothes off. And he's saying yes before I finish my sentence. He's pulling off my t-shirt, laughing when I can't undo his shirt buttons. He's undoing my belt. I'm reaching into his bedside drawer for a condom. We're kissing. Again, we're rolling over. Obviously, you can see where this is going. I don't know if it's because we're feeling especially emotional or just tired, or these past couple of weeks have been too much. But this reminds me so much of the first time we had sex. We were both terrified, and the whole thing was kind of terrible because we didn't know what we were doing. But it was good too, so good, because we were a mess of emotions, and we were scared and excited, and everything felt new. So this sort of feels like that. Nick touches me like he's scared that any minute. Now, this book was at my middle school, and it was on a stand. When I rented it out to show my dad it, the librarian asked if I wanted more and if I wanted a graphic novel version.
You see this? This is the definition of pushing your agenda on somebody, pushing your belief on somebody. Okay, this is the definition of this. So now let's really dive in. Why attack the male? Okay, so look, first off, to further push the agenda of Satan. Okay, to have the woman to not depend on the husband anymore, right? So to have the wife not to depend on the husband but depend on the government. You got to realize when you get married and you enter into covenant, it's an added blessing from God, right? It's scriptures that talk about God blesses a marriage because this is how God designed you. He said, be fruitful and multiply. I'm not saying that you have to get married. For the people out there that's single that don't want to get married, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that the people that decide to get married, it's an added blessing. So God blesses your life because this is how God designed you. God said it's not good for man to be alone. So God gives you a helpmeet, right? So God designed a divine order, and whenever you follow in your free will this divine order that he created, he blesses you abundantly, okay, in different aspects, especially when you do it his way, okay? So another reason is to alter the order of God. Like we said, God created Adam, God created Eve, okay? God didn't create Adam and Steve to be together. God created Adam and Eve to be together. This is how God designed it. And the Satan likes to invert things. So Satan wants to introduce another way. Okay, so if God created a man and a woman, let me introduce a man and a man being together. This is how the enemy operates, right? So look, another one is to introduce feminism, right? The way God designed it is for the man to be the head of the house, right? So feminism, independent, I don't need a man. It's the government, the devil's way of introducing this thing to where the wife doesn't depend and lean on the husband anymore. It depends. The wife depends and leans on the government, right? This is like small little subtle ways that Satan tries to influence and introduce this independent mentality, feminism in there. Okay, another reason is to redefine what masculinity is, right? Bro, listen, God made a man to be a certain kind of way. Simple as that, okay? You can't turn a man and make a man into a female, okay? Like, it just doesn't work like that. So that's enough on that. And then another thing is to stop multiplication. God says, be fruitful and multiply, okay? That's in his word. So imagine if everybody in the world turns transgender. Now, how can you multiply? I would give it a good 50 years, 100 years. And if everybody in the world became transgender, it would be no more people on the earth because everyone would die, okay? So look, bro, I'm mind blown again. And it's crazy because I constantly post these videos and I be getting mind blown posting the videos. Bro, this is crazy. But I told y'all, like, God is gonna start revealing things. He already been revealing things, and it's just gonna keep getting more and more and more, and we're gonna start seeing it more and more and more. I can't stress this enough. I am homeschooling my kids, every single last one. I refuse to let the enemy infiltrate and mess with my child's mind. Like, no, not happening, bro. Not happening at all. But as always, man, I love y'all. Stay encouraged. Yeah. God got us, y'all. God got us.